You're watching IntoWineTV, and we're at Incanto in San Francisco, and today we're tasting wines from the movie Sideways. And this is the 2005 Sea Smoke Southing Pinot Noir from the Santa Rita Hills region of Santa Barbara County. Retails for $50, and the alcohol percentage is 14.7.
Well, for me, the nose is a little bit muted right now. I think it's going to open up. I think the wine is actually going somewhere. Could be maybe that it's in a phase, some sort of a stage right now where it's not as giving as it could be. I would definitely call this a sturdy Pinot Noir. I get a lot of structure out of it. I don't find it very soft, but I find some almost like black tea and slight coffee notes to the wine. Structure meaning definitely a good dose of acid, and for Pinot Noir, a good dose of tannin to go with it. And I think one of the things I think about when I take a taste of this wine, a sip of this wine, is that there's definitely some evolution ahead of it. I mean, it's going somewhere. And it's going to take a little while, I think, to evolve in the bottle. But it's I would definitely call this what I'd call a serious Pinot Noir. I don't think it's something you'll sit around and sip like on a hot summer afternoon, but it'd work great with maybe a 2 or 3 course meal of different types of game bird, let's say. And it's got some stuffing.
The winery, I don't think, has enough of a track record, at least I'm not exposed to enough of it to know how these are going to age, and that's a big question I have. I like it. I don't like it as much as I know a lot of my friends love these wines. It's from a beautiful location in Santa Barbara County. For my personal taste, I'd like them to just throttle it back a little bit. It's a little too candied, it's a little too much alcohol, but I could be wrong. I'd be curious how it ages. If you were going to serve it to me now, it's almost tiresome. I would enjoy the first half glass. I could finish my glass. I don't know that I'd want a second glass of it. And Pinot usually is one that, the last glass of the bottle, when I think of Burgundies or Oregon, the good ones, or even California, the last glass is the best.
I tend to agree. I think this is a Pinot Noir on steroids, and it's a very serious wine. It's a well-made wine. It's obviously very good quality fruit. Everything's good about it. The problem is that it is a little bit too intense on the alcohol, too high in the alcohol. It is a bit sweet on the nose, and the alcohol actually has a sweet smell. It accentuates sweetness in wine, so that's probably sweetness due to the alcohol, even though Pinot Noir tends to be a sweeter grape than Cab anyway.
Would you say it's a little bit over-extracted, maybe?
Well, I don't mind the extraction on this particular one, but I do think they could tone it down and it would still be just as good and just as praiseworthy. I think if you are the consumer who enjoys high alcohol wine, I think this is an extremely good one. For me personally, I look for lower alcohol wine. The difference between 12% alcohol and 14.5% alcohol is if you drank the 12% alcohol bottle of wine, and you could have 4 vodka tonics and have the same amount of alcohol as if you're drinking. So, for people who are drinking and driving, this is not a good wine to select in a restaurant. If you're drinking it at home in a bar, bar scene type of thing, it's great. I don't object to it too much. I can see the positives. I can see why people would like this. I can also see why it's not practical from a moderation point of view.
If you were going to a blind tasting where everyone brings a bottle in a bag and puts it up, this would be the one. This is going to be a winner almost every time.
Yeah, this is going to overpower other things.
Right, it's going to stand out.
But you made a great point. It really strains the palate after a couple of sips too. It's very, very heavy on the palate.
You can feel the alcohol.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, mixed reviews here. Overall, okay for maybe the first half of the glass, maybe not the second half, but maybe worth giving a try. It's the 2005 Sea Smoke Southing Pinot Noir. $50, check it out. See if you like it, let us know. Log on to our site and post some comments. That's IntoWine.com, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.